to actually listen to us and represent us. I mean, that would be, just extraordinary to have that happen. And it turned into a couple of arguments that I got involved with on Facebook about the fact that, all of these Democrats were there and they were all rude and they were booing him and they wouldn't let him finish his conversation and all this other crap. And it's like, when you, and somebody actually said, why is the audience member's voice so much more important than Jeff Flake's? And my response to that was because Jeff Flake is supposed to represent the audience. So he's supposed to be listening to the people that are talking to him.
The entire audience.
If he's not, then he's not doing his job.
So these people that you were chatting with about this, they clearly weren't present at the town hall because there wasn't really a conversation. Someone would ask a question, and he would give a response, and then people didn't like his response, and then there was booing, and that's all it went on for hours. It's not like you're just having a conversation between 2 or 3 people for 2 hours.
Oh, no, they watched the live feed on the local news channel. They didn't go to the event. And that's what I was like. So basically you're saying that you got all your information third hand or second hand through a video camera and a microphone instead of actually being there and experiencing it yourself. And then you're going to complain about the people that did go there and experience them themselves? Really? I don't get it.
Did they happen to make any comments on the 3 Republicans that were there and not happy with him?
Oh, God, no. Why would they do that? No. Yeah. It was a room full of Democrats, angry Democrats that were evil paid lobbyists or some shit. No, paid protesters. Yeah, we were all paid protesters. So, how much did you make on that?
Yeah, I'm waiting
for
McCain. Not a damn penny. I actually spent money in gas.
See, I think that everybody who went to that should have actually sent a bill into Flake because they did that to Chavez in Vegas, I think, or in Nevada. What was it, Nevada? Where's that guy from?
I think, that could be.
He's not running again, so something tells me, or he's dumping out. He came out not too long ago and said that he was not going to be running for re-election.
Oh, darn.
It's like, okay, now we know who's holding the bag of goodies because he's dumping out now before it really the shit hits the fan. But yeah, so I mean, when it comes to healthcare, I mean, realistically, people our wonderful legislators need to actually lead the people and actually start looking at what's actually going to benefit the people. And a $7 million tax break for Trump's family and increased premiums for me, that's not helping the country because there's a hell of a lot more of people like me than there are his family in the country. But honestly, I just don't think he cares. I seriously just don't think he's doing everything he can to make as much money off of his presidency as he can. I mean, he's going to play golf at his own resort, so all that money is going into his pocket. He's violating several things, having his daughter be on his staff and his son-in-law being on his staff. That violates some of the constitutional laws. But nobody's doing anything about it because the people in control don't want to do anything about it.
You could keep off insurance.
Do what?
Yeah, you can say something. I just speak up, old man.
Hey, be careful. Which old man are you talking about?
My old man. I know you're pretty old too, Scott, but I'm talking about my old man.
Oh, okay. Just
He's
clarify.
older than you are. So go ahead, speak up.
The only question I have is when all these 24 million people get kicked off of insurance, who's going to pay the insurance companies?
The people that are still on the insurance.
Good point.
Me, because they're going to increase my premiums to help cover all the people that get kicked off.
I have insurance through where I work.
Yeah, well,
my insurance through my work is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't pay nothing.
Right. It's the same
Nothing.
with us. But also remember that the thing that they passed yesterday, your insurance company through your work can also deny you coverage because of pre-existing conditions.
Yes, I know.
You know what I just thought of too is who else is going to benefit from this is going to be collection agencies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be pocketed. They're going to be just hand over fist. And Arizona's got a lot of those. There's a butt ton of collection agencies in Arizona. Yeah, you go to the doctor, you can't afford the $3,000 to get an aspirin. Yep, next day you got those bill collectors on your doorstep, knocking on the door, calling your phone. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Well, I understand one of the legislators actually has interest in a large collection agency. I don't recall who it is, but that makes total sense.
Well, of course somebody does. That's the way it is. I mean, like here in Arizona for education, all these people that voted for these school vouchers, how many of those fuckers actually have connections to private charter schools or ESA organizations?
Yeah, we won't mention
lots. We won't mention any names
legislators.
because Senator Yarborough might be
get
upset.
mad.
But he's allegedly. No, he's not allegedly. They have his tax returns, so they can actually prove it.
And he doesn't recuse himself when it comes time to vote.
No, he writes those bills. What are you talking about?
Fucking exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people getting money in Washington right now for this vote yesterday. Even though it may not go anywhere, they're still getting a butt ton of stuff in their little war chest for 2018 just because they said yes. Now, I was also shocked that Kristen Sinema did not vote yes because she seems to have been voting quite along with a lot of these Republican bills lately. But I think she realizes just how important it is for people to have health care. Some health care
Either
insurance.
that or how important her job is.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was going to
Her
say she's up
re-election?
for re-election.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Paige.
Yeah. And she's got a primary, it looks like, so.
Aw,
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of primaries this year.
good. There need
We're
to be.
probably going to have primaries for every state office in Arizona for the first time in decades.
There does. There seriously needs to be. None of this down ballot shit.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? You need to at least try to be able to pick the candidate that you think can actually do the best job as opposed to, are you a Democrat or Republican? Oh, either. Well, I can't vote for you then because my daddy was a Democrat and I'm a Democrat and I'm going to vote Democrat. It's like, no, you need to vote for the issues.
No, you need to vote for somebody that's actually going to give a shit about the people that they serve.
Yeah, not the party bullshit.
So when are you running for office, Paige?
2018?
I
Don't
am
laugh.
not a rich person. You have
You
to
don't
be
need
rich
to.
to
No,
run.
you don't.
You know
Clean
that?
elections.
No,
Clean elections.
Clean elections. That's what we did.
That's what we did.
And you also have to make sure that
and
you have.
that didn't work out.
Well,
The last time it did, we got fully funded.
Well, we didn't win.
Well, no, we didn't fucking win. We're in a marinara red district in a red ass state.
Okay, I don't know what marinara means because that's just food
It's
site.
red.
But red is red. Okay, I'm a guy. I don't need all these other. Red is red. Okay, I don't need marinara. I don't like marinara anyway. And neither does Sasha. Did you hear her? She
No,
just
she's-
growled in the background.
Yeah, I know, right?
Gosh, going forward, what do we have to look forward to in healthcare?
No, I want to back up on this real quick. Realistically, all you need to do is get your name on the ballot. At the very minimum, if you get the whatever amount of signatures you need for your district as a Democrat to get on the ballot, you can basically just stop campaigning. Your name is already on the ballot. That's a really lame-ass thing to say, but there's really
Yes,
no
it
money
is.
involved. But I mean, seriously, at the end of the day.
Yeah, but if you qualify clean elections, then you get $40,000.
But I'm saying if somebody doesn't want to go through that much effort, they want to just get the signatures, get on the ballot. Most people vote down ballot anyway.
Or you get your husband to do the work. Okay. My funeral will be probably in the next couple of days, if they can find the body.
They won't.
Is suicide still illegal?
Apparently, I don't know. Well, it depends on how she arranges the body, apparently.
I've seen every episode of Dexter like 12 times.
Yeah.
Oh, I just started watching that again.
Yay!
I love
God.
that show.
I do too.
Great. Now you guys have another thing
Whoa,
to talk about.
where's
Dexter.
We need him.
Dexter. That's awesome.
We need
Never seen
Dexter right now.
I've had to sit through some episodes.
He's a forensic expert during the day. His sister's a cop, and at night he kills all the bad guys that slip through the cracks. It's a fucking awesome show.
Yeah, whatever. That's why it's no longer
Totally.
being produced. So anyway, back to healthcare or death care. Well,
Dexter.
I guess that would be
Dexter care?
could be Dexter care.
We need a Dexter.
Yeah. I just don't
Yeah, we
know if we're ever going to be able to change our, number one, we have to actually, I think, start focusing on local level changes as opposed to going straight to the top. If we can start changing things at the local level, then at least it will start having an immediate impact on the people in the area.
Midterms matter. These people, we only vote for the POTUS. He isn't going to do shit about your school, your fire district. He's not going to do shit about shit on a state level.
No, he's going to play golf.
Ugh.
He's going to play a lot of golf.
Well, that's part of the problem, though, is that people don't know that down ballot and local is where it actually matters. There was a time where I didn't know that either, and I only voted for president. What the fuck did I know? I didn't know anything.
Yeah,
And we've got to get people educated.
We need to figure out how to message that.
Well, that's one of the things that we've tried to message out here was the fact that when you have a local candidate on your ballot, you're more likely to go and help the up ballot. Okay, so if people don't see a local candidate for the legislature in their district, they're going to say, okay, well, it doesn't make a difference if I go to the polls then. But if they see a candidate in their local level and say, okay, well, that gives me somebody I can go vote for. And then they're going to look at the ballot and they're going to say, oh, hey, there's another person I can vote for. And it's going to help up the ballot. But for some reason in Arizona, everybody likes to do down ballot. They start at the top and they message the top and they message the next layer. By the time they get down to the local level, the people have hung up the phone or closed the door or whatever. And it needs to reverse that. We need to start focusing on reversing that and coming up from the bottom and actually building a base of people that are willing and ready to go out there and get people to the voting booths. And then from that point, once you start changing your local level and your state level, then the federal level will come along after that. At least that's the kind of the idea that I have. But, I'm kind of different.
I agree.
I mean, people are like, I don't know the candidates, I don't know who to vote for sheriff or the judges. The judges seem to be the ones that people have fucking idea who to vote for because you don't actually know them.
Well, you don't see who they are until you see the ballot.
If you're not actually in the court system, unless you know them from just being friends with them, you're not going to know. So you just have to educate yourself and try to figure out who might be the best. I mean,
that sounds like a lot of work.
You know what? That is the problem. Yeah. It's a lot of work, and I think that's why a lot of people vote down ballot. And I do.
They don't take the time and energy to actually find out who they're voting for.
Well, no, I mean, I bitch about people that vote down ballot, but I get it because even though I'm an independent, I align myself more liberal. So
right,
I'm going to be more apt to vote for a Democrat, even if I don't know them, versus a Republican, because chances are they're going to probably be a little bit closer to my
right. But that still
beliefs.
goes back to the idea of getting out and researching your candidates, researching who the people that are on the ballot. It's real easy when you look at your ballot, especially if you're early voting, because you get the ballot and you got 30 days to fill it out. Right?
Yeah, true.
So you get your ballot in the mail. And you sit there and you do searches on the internet. That thing. What is it called? Google. And you research your candidates. You look. Okay, there's this person who's something about a judge. Okay, well let's find out who this judge is. Should he be recommended to stay or go? Well, let's look him up.
Well, people don't want to do that.
Yeah, people don't have they don't invest the time into being a part of the country.
They may not have the time too. I mean, you have to consider there are a lot of people that are working and have families, and they just it's not a priority for them.
Right. Well, that's the problem. Is it's not a priority. But I can say we've worked 40 to 50 hours a week. We both ran for office and had to deal with our family.
Commuted
and
80 miles of fucking